Hello, welcome to Greenhat-Redbeard Adventures. It's a bit of a nice day outside today. I'm hanging out in my little in the shelter here. This video is a bit of an unplanned video, kind of something I decided to do up at the last second. And this video is going to be about my Cold Steel SRK. Now, for those of you who don't know what SRK stands for, it's a survival rescue knife. Now, there has been some talks about what the actual meaning of the SRK means. When I bought this knife, as well as the SRK-C, which is the compact version, it said survival and rescue knife. Some people say it's supposed to stand for search and rescue knife, but you know, some people have said one thing, some others have said another thing. The box that I got it in said survival, not search. Other people say something else. I don't know if it's maybe from one country to another, it's a different name, but the name that I have on the box that I had way back when was survival and rescue knife. So, but either way, I still just address it as simply as SRK. So this one here I got probably about, give or take, I want to say 8 years ago. Could be 9 years ago. I'm pretty sure it's 8. And for those of you who either know or don't know, if you go onto my channel, scroll right down to around 8 or 9 years ago, you can actually see the video, the original video of my little review video that I posted about this knife way back when I first got it. I think the video was from about 2 or 3 weeks after I first purchased it. Just used it a little bit. So all in all, this is the exact same knife from the one in the video. Obviously, as we can see, there's quite a bit of wear and tear going on all the way around the knife. The finish has been coming off quite a bit. And a lot of that finish is from either making feather sticks or doing some splitting wood, batoning and such. A lot of people always argue whether it's one of those topics that's always going to be on the argument table about whether or not you should split knife with your knife. Sorry, split wood with your knife and doing batoning because it can damage your knife. Some knives I've found that are some of the knives are capable of doing it. Other knives not so much. This knife I've did way back when, held up, and I've been continuing to do it with this knife, and as you can see, that's where a lot of that wear and tear in the middle especially has been coming from splitting wood. And I split wood with this all the time, so the rubber grip seems to absorb a lot of those hits. And with some knives I've had in the past that have the solid handle with the pins, and you split baton with that, I find that the vibration causes those pins to come loose, the handle comes loose, things break and fall apart. But not with this one. This one here is the rubber grip has done the full absorbing of that. This is a full tang construction knife. You can't see the tang through the handle, but it is a full tang construction knife. It goes all the way to the lanyard hole, and it's just underneath. I know this because there are diagrams online that shows it, and there are some videos, I believe they're called destructive test videos, that came out so many years ago. They did destructive testing videos on this knife as well as many others, where they just beat the knife to holy hell, and to the point of where they have actually had to pull off the rubber grip and then continue on because they chewed it all up and spat it out. And it shows that it is in fact a full tang construction knife all the way to the very end here. So that's how I know that it is in fact a full tang construction knife. And even if it was only like half tang or something, I would imagine that with all the batoning and such, handle probably would have fallen off by now, but obviously it hasn't. So this version of this knife, when I got it, as you can see, it has a little space right here between the blade and the handle. I like that personally because then I can really choke up on the blade to do this nice small fine carving. Some of the newer versions of this knife does not have that space anymore. They bring the blade all the way down to the handle. I think they're calling it the SRK SK5, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% on that because well, I don't have a reason to get a new SRK knife. But all in all, I've been like I said, I've been using this for so long, and I've had no issues with this whatsoever. It does give off a nice good shower of sparks on the spine when I'm doing with a ferro rod. Overall, as you can, like I said, the finish is a lot of it's still there. Some of it's untouched, especially like around the this area here where I've had my finger covering it up and such. But most of the wear and tear has been taken right in the middle here, and that's because of the fact of this batoning wood. It does all the tasks that I've wanted to do, and I have been doing some hunting as of lately, and I've used this to for skinning and gutting whatever animal it was that I was hunting, and it's held up just nicely and just fine. I give it a nice good wash and wipe down afterwards, and everything is just fine. I've never had any issues whatsoever. So when I bought it, I can't remember what exactly I said way back in the previous video, but I remember there was like 3 versions of this knife. I'm sorry to say I do not remember the names of them because it's been so long, but I remember the price ranges. There was one that was like somewhere in the range around $80-ish. Then there was this one, which was in the middle, and it was about 100 or 120, something like that. And then there was one more that was above this one, which was about 140, 50, something like that. I can't remember after all this time. I can't even remember if I mentioned it in the previous video. I should probably watch it and see if I did or not. And then, of course, as a few years ago, they made a new version of this knife, which was called the SRK-C, which is the compact version, which I do have. And basically, it's not even just the blade being smaller, but also the grip and handle is a lot more smaller as well. It's about like a third smaller or something like that. And I bought it for myself about 1.5 years ago, and I've been using it quite a bit. And it too also works just as good as this one. Same goes with nice fine carving all the way to doing some light chopping work, as well as doing the splitting of wood. Just like with this one, it does all the things I wanted to do and then some. So I've been very, very happy with this knife over the last 8 years. With the smaller compact version I've had for 1.5 years to 2. And as I said before in the start of the video, I like to cycle through my knives because I do have multiple knives. I got 4 survival knives that I like to use, and I like to cycle through them. There's this one here, which is we have the Cold Steel SRK. Then the second one's the SRK-C. And then the next one is a Mora Garberg, and then we have a Tops Bob in stainless steel. And those are the 4 knives right now that I like to cycle through every so often. So anyways, to the sheath, anyways, for the longest time I've been looking for a leather sheath, and I've been unable to find any companies that make sheaths like this. I had one guy who offered to make me one for a reasonable price, and he took my knife and he held on to it for over 1.5 years. And then suddenly one day he just gives it back to me and says, "Oh, sorry, I wasn't able to help you." And like, it's 1.5 years, like, geez. And he even told me what the price range would have been, which was well over $300. That's ridiculous for a sheath. That sheath better have a freaking attachment for a rocket launcher or something on it if it's for $300. So then anyways, about a little over 1 year ago, I met with a guy at an outdoor event named Zach, who offered to make me a sheath. And he took my knife for a couple of months. I told him, take your good sweet time. There's no rush whatsoever. And so I got this from him. So check out his Instagram page, Primitive Living. His name is Zachary Galt. Primitive Living is his Instagram page. Go check it out. It's got a lot of really cool stuff on it. And this sheath came from him. He made this all up for me. And I'll give you a nice close-up of that. Got this nice little loop here so I can attach a loop around my leg. A nice good size opening for the belt. A nice little securing strap here. And you can see a nice little opening for the knife as well. And the knife fits in there perfectly. And I can also fit the smaller compact version in here as well. Not at the same time, of course, but just in general, I can use it as well because it's nice and tight, nice and firm. So it's not going to turn around and flop out on me. But overall, I love the sheath. And thank you very much again, Zach, for making this for me. So this is the review. Thank you very much. Stay safe and have fun.